going on, everybody? This is Dark Fox 8 and welcome to our first vlog. Also, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is basically our first video that we're uploading. And moving forward, this kind of video format will be used for announcements and channel updates. But right now, I'm going to use it as an introduction to us and also a sneak preview of what our schedule is going to be like for uploads moving forward the next couple of weeks. So let's start with that actually. So this first week of the channel launching, we're gonna have a lot of videos uploading, but the main one I want to draw your attention to is Dakuzu's shelf tour. Dakuzu has a really interesting collection of stuff. It's very small and kind of specific to his taste. So please check that out. That will be uploading Wednesday. At least I'm planning on uploading it Wednesday. Week after that, we will continue with kind of our brisk launch pace of posting videos. But the main kind of flagship video for the second week will be another shelf tour. But this one is for my friend Amber. This is going to be kind of new because it's kind of like a guest spot. We want to do, this is one of the things we want to do with the YouTube channel, where we want to invite more people besides just the four of us to participate and make manga related stuff, you know, cool videos. So week 2, you're gonna see Amber's shelf tour, and she's kind of the opposite of Dakuzu, where Dakuzu, you know, Dakuzu has small, specific stuff. Amber has a lot of stuff, so please check that out. And then week number 3, it's a little bit more nebulous what's gonna happen, but that's gonna be the first video game content we're gonna upload to this channel. It's not going to be a video game channel, it's going to be a manga channel, but the video game is going to be manga adjacent, and it's going to be something that you know, Dakuzu and I really like, and something that people haven't really, this is a game that it hasn't really been around a lot. I haven't seen it in a lot of places, so please stay tuned for that. And there may be a hint of what kind of manga the game is based on in this frame of the video. What can it be? I don't know. With this YouTube channel, we kind of want to branch out a little bit and do slightly different things than we've done with the podcast, which, even though we've done the podcast for a really long time and we've covered a lot of different topics and manga, it's pretty specific in that it's manga and we read the manga and then we talk about it, and there's very little variance on that and that kind of content. With the YouTube channel, we kind of want to open it up and kind of be a little looser on our feet and kind of just experiment a little bit more, have some fun with it. Really, that's our brief sneak peek of the stuff that we're going to be doing the next few weeks of this channel. But now I kind of want to introduce you to our podcast in case you never heard of us, because we've been podcasting for 7 years, a really long time, and it's just been us. What's interesting is that when we first started the podcast, we didn't even know we wanted to do a show, an ongoing show. It was literally 3 friends who wanted to talk about Billy Bat, which is this really nutty manga by Naoki Urasawa, who's, you know, he's famous for like Monster and 20th Century Boys. And Billy Bat is kind of like the granddaddy of all this like conspiratorial manga stuff, because Billy Bat is like, it has this ridiculous plot that spans like hundreds of years, and it includes like real historical events and historical figures mixed into the plot, intertwined. Sometimes they're main characters in arcs and stuff. Lee Harvey Oswald is the main character in one of the plots involving JFK assassinations. That, along with other stuff kind of dealing with 9/11, I think is one of the main reasons Billy Bat will probably never ever be licensed. I would love to be wrong about that, but Billy Bat's nuts. Like, Jesus shows up at one point. It's just Jesus there. You know? And it's like, he almost didn't have to be there, but Naoki Urasawa wanted him to be there. It's just Jesus. Well, anyways, the 3 original podcasters, Dakuzu, Seamus, and me, you know, we would kind of just talk about manga on our old Mumble server. Before Discord, we had Mumble, and this kind of like after TeamSpeak, then Mumble, and now we have Discord. But back in our old Mumble server, we would just chat about manga and specifically Naruto Urasawa stuff. So when Seamus started reading Billy Bat, we were like, we gotta talk about this, we gotta record it, just because we knew it was gonna be nuts, because like I said, that book is nutty. After we were done with it, or after we caught up to the current releases, we just had so much fun that we decided to just segue into a different series, and we've been doing it for 7 years straight. Like, really, we haven't taken much breaks. A lot of you might know us after Morgana joined the podcast. Morgana is our 4th chair, and she really just blew up the podcast and made it like 100 times better. Just broadened our scope, because we all really like manga, and we know like a fair bit about manga, but we all kind of have our own little like wheelhouses, and Morgana did really well of expanding our scope, and it's always fun to hear her opinions on some of our old favorites. It also was fun to hear Seamus' opinions on some of our old favorites, because Seamus, his opinion changes over time. Like a lot of like nerds, they kind of make an opinion when they're like a teenager, and they keep that same opinion for the rest of their life. Seamus does not do that. But if you're all interested in our podcast stuff, we have literally 300 plus episodes available of probably 100 different manga series. So the links are going to be available in the description of this video. Please go to our website and browse through our selection. If this is the first time you're coming across us, odds are we've talked about some of your favorite manga a lot. We try and go in depth on the manga, and that's kind of what we like to do. This YouTube channel will not stop the podcast. The podcast at the time of this recording is on a hiatus because various circumstances, like Dog Zoo has to miss a couple of weeks. So we just decided to create a hiatus for the podcast, and it will be a good void for this YouTube channel launching. But the podcast is still going to be the podcast. It's not going to be modified because of this YouTube channel. The podcast might change in some way, but that's just whatever organic choices or directions we decide to take the podcast in the future. This YouTube channel is going to be its own little pocket universe, and I hope it's a pocket universe of madness and weirdness. So please leave comments about what you're interested in. There should already be some videos uploaded to the channel, so leave comments on those videos. If you care to like and subscribe, I keep hearing that stuff is really important, and people actually have to mention them in channels, so I will do my best to grow the YouTube brain. I don't know if it's a tumor or not, or if it's a brain, but I will grow it, and I'll do that thing where I will need maybe I'll get a fun animation like bring, subscribe, like, your YouTube channels have those things. We don't yet. We might get one eventually. That's not true. Actually, I already have a version of that. It's not like the bang that covers up the whole video. I guess they do that because people like need their attention grabbed, and they need to like, oh shit, I need to subscribe. But we have our own version of that you're gonna see in a few seconds at the end of this video. But I felt the purpose of this video where I gave you the sneak peek of our schedule, and I kind of introduced us in case you don't know who we are. So please check us out, and please hang around because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you out there.